It was a forced retirement because I wasn't ready. I didn't have everything planned out what I was going to do. And I remember looking at him and saying, what am I going to do now? I was 60 years old. I'm not ready to sit down.
Right.
And he said, well, why don't you start that business you've been talking about forever? And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Okay. So I kind of went and pulled all my old paperwork and stuff and got the name refiled with the state and everything. And then it just sat there. What was I going to do? I couldn't go anywhere. I
Right.
couldn't go talk to people about anything. And at the same time, I decided to start trading stocks because why not? Well, what else was I doing? And I met this young lady. She actually inboxed me. We were in these trading groups and she said, hey, my name is Shima Strickland. If you need anything, let me know. I'd love to help you. And my 60-year-old self said, who is this person? You know, we get cynical as we get older. I'm sorry. Life does that to you. And I'm like, what does she want? Who is this one? So she kept inboxing me and I finally talked to her and she was just as sweet as she could be. She's an earlier millennial, so she was a little older. And next thing I know, we're trading together. She's actually teaching me how to read the chart. She was brilliant at reading the chart. And in talking, I've learned about her husband, her kids. She learned about my husband, and she also learned about my business. And she said, well, what are you doing with it? I said, nothing, because I don't know what else to do. I don't know where to start. I got the name legally, registered and the business license and blah, blah, blah. She said, well, you need a pattern maker. I said, a what? She said, you need a pattern maker. I said, well, how do you know that? She said, well, you don't know this, but I went to school for fashion design. I thought I wanted to be a designer. And when I got out, I realized that ain't what I wanted to do. It was like, and that's how the whole ball got to rolling. And I really could not deal with the pattern maker until mid 22, because that's when things really started to open up. Her business was out of her house. And I understand nobody wanted anybody in their house at that time. So that was kind of 2 years lost. As far as I'm concerned. It was October of 2020 that I retired. And it wasn't until I think July of 2022 when I went and met this pattern maker and showed her my little drawings she's like, no, they're not bad. I can figure it out. So all that has gone on since mid-July 2022. So we're just doing a pivot and putting out the next products first. Sometimes you just have to say, hey, I got to go another way.